And the goal is a good starter. And maybe you heard about this. Jeff Bezos, I think you know this. He's founded a small bookstore, something like that. He tells his managers he had 3 books to read, and the number 1 of this list is a goal.
Many years ago, I've read Goldratt's The Goal, and it put me on fire for TUC. I really liked it. It's a business novel playing in a factory, but I was not working in a factory. I was not working in production, so it doesn't help me, right?
Why? It helped you, huh? I think. It changed your mind. It changed the way you look at the world. So yes, it's a production book, huh? The story is about a manager who comes to a company that's not working well, huh? And with some guidance, some questions from outside, he realized what the problems were. Did you know that there's a movie about this? So you really can look at the movie and watch all the stories. Very interesting. Yesterday, we just showed to a customer a few scenes out of this. So yes, the book is about production.
And you know that there's also a business novel, so like a comic of it.
Yeah, it's a comic, and I worked a little on the translation into German.
Okay. Very good.
So but very little. So but there's a comic, a movie, a book, and the interesting part of this, you said it's production. But if you look at agile, agile is doing small stuff, very fast, independent. You can change the priority. And we as TUC guys, we say, okay, this is production. And that's good. Production is good. Production is very easy to manage. So in all IT environments, you see production, and it really fits one in one. And if you look at a huge portfolio of projects, on the portfolio level, it also looks like production. A lot of projects, you can change the order without problem. You have a constraint typically. You have to stagger at the constraint. So the book is absolutely applicable for portfolios. And there's another book, you know, it's called The Critical Chain. And it came, I think, 5 years later. It's also a business novel, a different business novel, but it's the same way of teaching. And there, Goldratt explained the idea with the buffer management and the feeding chains and stuff like this. This is called critical chain. And if you know about this goal and the critical chain book, and you understand the difference between projects and production, then you can cover, I think, 95% of all systems around the world. And very often you have combinations. So within a project, you have parts that look like production. Or if you take a lot of projects, they look like production. And so it's with these 2 controls, flow controls, you can handle 95% of all situations. So I would advise, if you read the book, then read The Critical Chain. And if you're working in IT, you should read the Phoenix book, the Phoenix Project, because DevOps is also a TUC idea. So there are a lot of books, by the way, around this, a lot of novels, and they are all worth to read. And in the end, it's all about systems and constraints and how to manage them. So yes, and the goal is a good starter. And maybe you heard about this. Jeff Bezos, I think you know this. He's founded a small bookstore, something like that. He tells his managers he had 3 books to read, And the number one of this list is a goal. So Jeff Bezos really recommend for all managers to read the goal, and it's a billion seller around the world. It's translated in all languages. Then it's exactly like you said. If you read it, you can't apply it directly. That's seldom the case, but it's something like eye-opening and opening a new door in a new world, because then you immediately understand the stuff about constraints and how to deal with them. And it's fun to read, by the way.
Thank you so much for this interview. I have one last question. What services does BlueDolphin offer, and how do they help your customers, and how can they get in touch with you? How can they get more information?
Okay, what is BlueDolphin? I think BlueDolphin is the first, and the really first worldwide community of people who want to do self-organized changes based on theory of constraint. Okay, and what is this? In the end, a theory of constraints is all about getting more output in a very short time without adding pressure to the people and additional resources. That's theory of constraints. And the self-organization part is coming to this point, even in huge organization, in a very, very fast way. And our aim as Dolphins is, of course, to share this knowledge and make it available to as many organizations as possible around the world. So our service is being a community, exchanging ideas, exchanging experience, and make this happen. There are friends of BlueDolphin, that's the smallest version. There you get invitations to our gatherings, you get a newsletter, you get coffee breaks, small information bites. And of course, you get all the support you need to get it started. And there's, of course, a paid membership. And if you are a paid member, then you get additionally service. You get access to the whole community, to the whole network of dolphins with all their experience and knowledge how to do it. There will be question and answer sessions. There will be coffee breaks, even more and better ones. There will be knowledge updates if someone learned something. And you get access to our whole body of knowledge. That's something around 2 gigabytes of data. It's books, it's PDFs, articles, it's small videos and useful links, and even Excel tools to get started right away. So you have access to the whole body of knowledge of the whole BlueDolphin network, and that's very valuable, by the way. And the third part, of course, and the third service is, if you want to really get started, sometimes you need to convince your boss, and we are helping in this. And sometimes it's a little better to have some guidance, some coaching through the BlueDolphin process to really get your success as fast as possible. And of course, we as BlueDolphin, we offer help in this. So we are a community from the beginning to the end, just to make you successful and your company. If you want to join, it's very easy. Just open browser, type in https://blue-dolphin.world, and there's a contact formula. Just get in contact, and you are welcome to swim with us in the ocean as a blue dolphin.